name names is not. Would he be able to do it again? Tonight to be able to.
About 71% of Tanzanian respondents have engaged in betting activities, with 31% participating daily. Tanzanian gamblers spend an average of $10 per month on gambling, and that is double the average of the African markets. Approximately 45% of adults in Tanzania have mobile money accounts, facilitating seamless transactions for online gambling. And initiatives like the 150 million Digital Tanzania project aim to enhance digital connectivity, further supporting the growth of online gaming. Welcome to Peaky Ads YouTube channel. You're watching Country Research Podcast. In this episode, we will delve into Tanzania's burgeoning iGaming sector, exploring market dynamics, regulatory frameworks, players' behavior, and effective marketing strategies. We are joined by an outstanding specialist. Those who are watching our channel for a long time already know this guy. Joseph Oyekunle is a seasoned iGaming strategist with extensive experience in African market. His insights have been pivotal in navigating the complex landscapes of emerging iGaming territories. Joseph, welcome back to our channel. Thank you for sharing this podcast with us again. Just a little short introduction of yourself, please, for our new viewers on this channel.
Thank you very much, Vasilii. It's nice being here with you again to discuss about the potential of the Tanzanian market. My name, once again, is Joseph Oyekunle. I am an iGaming expert and guru in the African market. I have deep experience in B2B and B2C business model, and I am here to discuss more about the Tanzania market. It's my pleasure being here, Vasilii. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for this intro. And let's start with a very basic question. What is the current state What is the current state of Tanzanians iGaming market up to your expertise?
Yes, thank you very much. Tanzania iGaming market is recently is experiencing significant growth, with projection indicating a CAGR of 10.6% from 2003 heading, to 2029. This market expansion is fueled by increase of internet penetration, youth demography. Youth are the main class of people that are, being attracted by gaming activities in Tanzania, and the rising numbers of gaming activities across the country, and the increasing in demand for the online sport betting casino have some factors driving the growth of this market. In addition, various strategies adopted by leading players, such as product launch, promotional campaigns, and partnership, are also contributing to the growth of gaming market in Tanzania. The growing popularity of mobile gaming among young people in Tanzania has further boosted its prospects in the recent year. Majority of the people that are patronizing online gaming or gaming activities in Tanzania, rather, they are basically youth. So this has, contributed to the increase and growth of this market in the recent year. Moreover, initiatives taken by the government authority towards legalizing sport betting have also created lucrative opportunities, for shareholders operating in this market over the coming years. Additionally, technological advancements allowing users to access platform via portable devices will also continue to influence its expansion during 2020 to 2026. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for this massive intro as always. And let's talk about players' behavior, players' demographics. As you mentioned, among youth generation, it's a growing popularity among betting activities. As I mentioned in the very intro of this video, about 45% of adults are involved in iGaming anyhow, in bets, in casino activities, and so on. So, do you have anything to add here? Who are the primary participants in Tanzania's iGaming scene, and what are their behaviors? Like, do they differ from youth generation to older generation, for example?
No, the primary participants in the Tanzania gaming market is they are the youth, as I've said, the youth between the age of 25, to 45. They are the people that
Mm-hmm.
are really, patronizing this the activities in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Approximately 71.13 of surveyed individuals have engaged in betting activities, with placing 31% placing wagers daily. So this high engagement rate underscores a robust and active user base, predominantly comprising the youth demography. Yeah.
Nice. I admire your opinion that youth generation is up to 45 years old. That gives all of us watching this podcast some hope. Thank you for that. And if we
Yes.
talk about regulations, a regulatory environment, what regulatory frameworks govern gaming in Tanzania?
Yeah. The gaming industry in Tanzania is highly regulated, and it is being regulated by the Gaming Board of Tanzania. This board was established under Gaming Act of Cap 41. This board are the one that oversees and regulates all gaming activities, including issuance of license and ensuring compliance with the law. We have some forms of gaming uh, activities in Tanzania, which any potential operators must obtain the license before they can be allowed to be running their operation. It's on sport betting. It will have a license. They issue license on sport betting, retail, both retail and online. They have issue license on online and based casino, virtual games, SMS lotteries, SMS scratch cards, slot machine operation. So, and the kind of license to operate a gaming business in Tanzania, we have different licenses which require depending on the type of gaming, such as casino license. This is for table games and slot machines. We have online casino license, which is for remote gaming. We have a sport betting license, which is practically for retail and online betting. We have a service provider license, which is for companies offering support service to gaming operators like platform provider, like a payment provider. All of them, they have their own class of license, which is referred to as a service provider license. And there are costs related to all this kind of license. Like for instance, online casino license, the application fee is around 1 million Tanzania shillings, and the license fee is 40,000 USD, according to latest research. And for online sport betting, the application fee is 500 Tanzanian, and the license fee is 30,000 USD. So this the information which I can share at the moment about Tanzania regulatory overview. Thank you.
Nice, nice. Thank you for sharing. Quite a big amount, I would say. It's bigger in comparison to what we discussed about, for example, Senegal, Ivory Coast, or Kenya. There, we've been discussing something about 20 or 30K to begin with, like your first license, approximately, because it always depends on your business plan, on your negotiations with the regulator, and so on. Keep that one in mind. And
Yes.
don't forget to subscribe to our channel, to follow for more videos like that, to follow and watch videos about Kenya, Tanzania, Senegal, Ivory Coast, and more African countries, which we're going to talk about on this channel. So if we talk about, we already covered the prices, but what are the key eligibility criteria for obtaining a gaming license in Tanzania?
Yes. The first thing, because Tanzania gaming market is highly regulated, you understand, they want to ensure, one, is they want to ensure that the operator is having a clean criminal record. That is, he has not committed any crime in the past, because they don't want kind of such kind of investors to lead in their gaming market. They want to ensure that the operators coming in is having a clean criminal record. They want him to show evidence of adequate funding for gaming operations. Like there is what we call security deposits. They always want to have security deposits. Is around. Sometimes it varies. You understand? Depends on the business plan. For some operators, they offer 50,000 USD as security deposit. This is to show evidence of adequate funding for the gaming operations. Thirdly, the operator must possess suitable gaming premises. You understand? They must ensure that the operators is going to operate within the framework and within the regulatory standard of the countries. Yes. And the fourth one is they want to ensure the compliance with all provisions of Gaming Act and gaming regulations. So if all these are met by any potential gaming operators, I think the license would be as easy as ABC. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. And you mentioned this guarantee deposit of something around 50,000 US dollars. And if we talk about it, is it gonna be frozen on your bank account just as guarantee, or on the further steps you can invest it in your business, like to pay salaries, to pay taxes, or whatever? What is the strategy about this secure deposit?
Yeah, it is very, very clear. They only want to say that the potential operator is having this kind of amount of money. You understand, in his bank account. Once is able to show it to them, you understand, probably by presenting his statement of account. Once they confirm that the fund is actually there, the business can thereabouts, turn over this money into, operations, marketing, you understand, to ensure that the business move and is generating profit for him.
Okay, super. That's clear. And if we talk about taxation, what taxes are imposed on gaming operators in Tanzania?
Yeah, we have the charge taxes on sport betting, on casino and virtual games. They charge 25% on gross gaming revenue for sport betting and 15% on net winning. You understand? That's net winning, that's withholding tax. So for casino, they charge 18% on gross gaming revenue and 12% on net winnings as well. So for virtual games, because virtual game is a vertical that is being highly played in Tanzania. You understand? So Tanzania guys, they love to play virtual games. So 10% is charged on gross gaming revenue and 15% on net winning. Thank you.
Nice. And if we talk about virtual games, you mentioned Tanzanians are in love with this kind of games. Could you illustrate with any game names? What do you mean here by virtual games?
Virtual games, we have virtual sports. You understand? Is the virtual game is a kind of game that people plays when there is no they are not in seasoning of football. When they are in off season. So another kind of games that engage operators platform is virtual games. You understand? This is where they have virtual football. They have ball games. You understand? And the youth likes this kind of games. You understand? It's a pre-recorded games. You understand? Which give them their results instantly. So this is the vertical that these guys place when they are in off season.
I got the idea. Thank you for the comment about this topic. And if we are talking about gaming license, coming back to this topic, how long does it take to obtain the gaming license in Tanzania? For example, I already have a business plan. I did my research, so I prepared all the documents. When, where, how I should apply, how many days will it take to get the license, the company, and all the rest?
Yes, all things being equal, it typically takes up to 30 days from the date of submission of the application for the gaming board to approve or disapprove the gaming license. Once you are able to submit your application, expect positive result in 30 days. You understand? In 30 days, you will get to know if the application is approved or is disapproved.
Okay, I got the idea, and all of that. If we talk about local companies, local businesses open a new business and license, or is it in general? And if it's varies, are foreign companies allowed to invest in Tanzania's iGaming industry? For example, companies from Europe, CIS, America, and whatever.
Yes, foreigners are allowed to invest in Tanzania. They are even welcoming them at intervals. The foreigners, they allow them to invest, but they must meet certain criteria, which include minimum investment capital of 500,000 USD. You understand? That's why it's different from local operation. So any foreigner that is coming into Tanzania to operate, it's bet it's better for that foreigner to engage a local representative that can register his entity for him and help him to get his license. With doing it in this way, they will have to, they will not spend much. You understand? To start their operation in the market. But if they are really coming as a foreigner, it is allowed, but they must meet this certain criteria, which include the minimum investment capital of 500,000 USD.
And what does this capital mean? Is it a guaranteed deposit which is frozen also, or you need just to show money on your bank account, for example, whatever,
Yeah,
on Cyprus or somewhere in Europe?
yeah, it's not a kind of security guarantee which can be frozen. They want to ensure that this foreign company is up to the tax with this kind of money, because they believe if he meets the criteria of 500 US dollar, they believe that he will be able to comply with the rules and regulations of the regulators in the market. So it is just to show that the operator is up to tax. You understand? Not that they was frozen the money as a security
Mhm.
guarantee. Yeah.
And those money should be on a bank account in local Tanzanian bank, or I can show it on my bank account in Europe, America, CIS,
No,
whatever
no,
country.
because the license will be issued on the local entity. You understand? Because even if anyone is a foreigner, you want to operate a gaming business in Tanzania, you must go to Tanzania, to register an entity. after registration of the entity, you can now use the entity certificate to apply for license. You understand? So they will, after they have registered an entity for you, you can use that entity to open an account in Tanzania, a local account, and you now transfer the money into that local account. That's what the regulators want to see. That's the way it
Yeah,
works.
I got the idea. And one more boring question about regulations, and then we will talk about financial and marketing activities. About the regulation, about these two general ways, whether you invite somebody local from Tanzania, like your representatives there. Does that mean you should give to this person a part of this company, a share in this company? And if so, should it be biggest part, smaller part, just a nominal part, like he's a director and that's it? What is the strategy around those shares if you
Yeah,
attract somebody local here?
yeah. If you are to make use of a local person to register a company as a foreigner, the local person is the one that will definitely act as your company's secretary. You understand? It will act as a director and shareholder at the same time. So the minimum, which I know you can give to him, so he can have a priority. He can become a priority shareholder to be able to defend your company, to be able to stand in for the company. Start from 10%. 10% of the nominal share value. You understand? For instance, if you are having 100 million shares, you can give him 10%, and the other shareholders can now split the remaining 90%. So with this 10%, is is a citizen of the country, and all his credentials are involved in the formulation of the company entity there in Tanzania. So he will be the one to be, help to pay tax, help to, approach the regulators, help to hire staffs, and he will as well be fully engaged in operations. So if any issue is coming from government or from the players, it will be the point of contact to the company. So that this is the way it works in Tanzania as well.
Exactly. So it's up to you, our dear viewers, what way to choose to go fully independently with your current business and your current team, or try to hire some local experts. And for sure, Joseph and I can help you with it. So don't hesitate to let us know via the link in the description. We're always ready to help. And if you choose a local guy, if you act as a foreigner, in both ways, you need to understand that you need to set up a good, proper relationships with local government, with local tax office, all those guys, and be sure you invest your time in those activities also. It's very important for every business who's gonna operate on this market in long term, in legal way, as always we recommend on this channel. And let's talk about financial part. How do players in Tanzania typically fund their gaming activities?
Yes, the players in Tanzania, they fund their gaming activities through mobile money services, which dominate the payment landscape in Tanzania, with over 61.88 million accounts, facilitating more than 3.74 billion transactions in 2024. Excuse me. The leading providers include M-Pesa, Airtel Money, and Mix by Yas, reflecting the critical role of mobile money in the iGaming ecosystems.
Very interesting. You mentioned M-Pesa and Airtel Money, and as far as I know, in Kenya, also the leading payment systems, payment solutions, also M-Pesa and Airtel Money. Does that mean, for sure, it's the same product? Does that mean that you can set up one integration, for example, in Kenya or in Tanzania, and it will work for both countries, or it is separate integrations, separate flows? How does it work?
Yeah, because it's different country, it separates integration with separate flow. M-Pesa is the same thing in Kenya, is the same thing in Tanzania as well, but it's going to be a separate integration with the mobile money operator in the country, respectively.
Yeah, okay, that's clear. Just in case they have some common union or whatever, where they share information about it. Okay, that's clear. So, quite a well-known fact that there are payment solutions which are suitable for several geos. So, when you integrate something in Kenya, keep in mind you can talk to the same company about opportunities on other markets, just the same as in Tanzania. And let's talk about marketing channels, about what most of our viewers are waiting for. They wait for marketing channels, marketing campaigns, because it's very interesting. There are a lot of marketers and affiliates watching. So what marketing channels are most effective for iGaming operators in Tanzania?
Thank you. The most effective marketing strategies that are available in Tanzania are the following, which I'll mention. One, mobile marketing. Mobile marketing is a very is a good strategy which operators use to expand, and communicate with the populace in Tanzania. The using of XMS campaign, because most, just like the way it works in in Kenya, Nigeria, and other countries, most people's being reached out to through XMS, you understand, campaigns and mobile applications to directly engage users. So mobile marketing is the key, is number one. Second one is the social media advertising. This social media advertising, the leverage, platforms like Facebook, Instagram, to reach the tech savvy youth demography, because most of these youth, you understand, university graduates, and the youth from, like I said, youth now from 18, 19 upward, get, most people are always familiar and are always staying on Facebook and Instagram at their leisure time. So this the one of the good way where operators reaches to these guys is through Facebook, Instagram. Is very, very popular in Tanzania. They make use of affiliate marketing as well, where they collaborate with local influencers and affiliate network to expand their reach. We have a lot of influencers. Most of these guys that doing influencing marketing. You understand? So engaging with them, you understand, to promote your product. Also, give you or can give an operator an expanded reach in Tanzania. Another one is adoption of localized content, creating cultural relevant content that resonates with the Tanzania audience, it also go a long ways in the marketing activities. The last one is promotions and bonus, offering attractive incentives to entice new users and retain existing one, is a kind of marketing strategies which is being deployed in this market. Promotion like welcome bonus. When you register on our platform, you stand a chance to get double of your registration. You understand, to play a certain vertical, maybe to play on sport or to play on crash game or casino or virtual games. So this it entices the populace to be attracted to such websites, and to retaining the existing one, offering bonuses like first time bonuses, accumulator bonuses, and the rest helps, to retain existing players to the platform as well. Thank you, Vasilii.
Thank you for sharing. Let's talk a little bit more about approaches, about marketing strategies, like what are the examples on the market. For example, from my side, I can share that SportPesa, a well-known brand on Tanzania market also, they invest in local teams, in sponsorships of local teams like Simba SC, like Young Africans Soccer Club also. They support local teams, and that gives brand awareness, generally speaking, brand awareness, and that brings for sure deposits, registrations, and so on.
Of
What
course, yeah.
else, if we talk about marketing approaches, could you share some examples what we as marketers can use on the market? For example, not all of us can do it offline, and invest in billboards and so on. Probably most of us who watching this podcast, they invest their time in Facebook, in SMS traffic, in Google, PPC, or SEO traffic. So, what is the idea? How to attract those users? What marketing copies should we use? Like, is it only about welcome bonuses, or there's something else?
No,
And Mhm.
sorry,
Yeah.
they can as well engage in online marketing, like Google Ads. You understand?
Hmm.
Once they can approach Google's, to run Google advertisements. By this, they are, people will be very attracted to the brand, and they can push the brand via this campaign strategy as well. They can do SEO. You understand? Most of the company will always want the presence of their company on internet. So SEO advertisement is the key as well in Tanzania. So with this, combined with offline, you understand, offline is paramountly the key. You understand, because the Tanzania market is growing, and the this level at which people are in that place, they want to see. You understand, what they see physically is what we convince them. Like if somebody is passing and see a billboard, erected, displaying an operator's, brand, advertisement, they've seen it. They will believe that. Than they see it probably on the internet, they might believe this is a scam. You understand? But once they see it physically and they hear it from their local radio, they see it on their local TV, this will go a long way to reaching out to potential customers. So this is the way it works in Tanzania as well.
That's a very wise advice. And when you are going to, audio viewers, when you are going to promote your products and launch your campaigns, try to choose those products who invest in those offline ads. Because all of you know, if a company has media coverage, if it's well known or some kind at least known around the country with billboards, bed shops, whatever,
Yeah.
that's gonna work better for you. You're gonna have higher conversion rate for sure. So invest your time in it. And if we are talking about challenges and opportunities on Tanzanian market, Joseph, what are the primary challenges and opportunities within Tanzanian's iGaming market? What do you think?
Opportunities in the Tanzania gaming market abound in terms of growing digital infrastructure, increasing smartphone penetration. Virtually everybody is now using smartphone, even Pepe Sela in the market, even guys at the garage, even youths, students, secondary school students, tertiary institution students, most of those people, are using smartphone. So the increasing in the smartphone penetration is a great opportunity in the iGaming industry in Tanzania, and a receptive young audience eager for engaging gaming experiences. But the challenges which these gaming activities has is, it includes regulatory compliance. You understand, most of the, there is always a flaw in the regulatory, compliance in Tanzania. You get, so it's posing a lot of challenges, to the industry. Competitions among operators, you understand, is this is inevitable. Competition is inevitable. It's a competitive market. You understand. So any operators that has a good plans for marketing is the one that will be exceeding. You understand. So the other operators are seeing it as they may see it as kind of, cheat, but it is not. It is competition. Any market that is not highly competitive cannot survive. So competitions among operators is another challenges, and the ensuring of a responsible gaming practice, you get, is another challenges. You get, most operators these days, they don't understand the fact that responsible gaming is the key, which is it. When you go to some kiosks, for operators operating local retail business, you go to some kiosks, you see some guys below the age of 18, watching football there, and it's not supposed to be allowed, because the rules of responsible gaming is 18 plus. So it's really posing a challenge in the industry. But I know that the government and the regulators are, finding a way to ensure that all these challenges are being corrected. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you for sharing. And I would like to add one more. The biggest challenge, I would say, about African market in general and for Tanzania in particular, as I mentioned in the very beginning, the average deposit, the average monthly deposit from an average player is about $10. And that means you should concentrate on the amount, if you're a marketer, on the amount of those players. You should invest your time in it, and you should make your calculations, count your economy to be sure of positive ROIs. And for sure, as always, as around the world, it's always a space for your creativity, for your innovations. Don't hesitate to test new ideas, and with new ideas, for sure, you will bring a good ROI, and you will be able to act in legal way in Tanzania and also make profits.
Yes.
So that was a podcast about Tanzania's iGaming market, and it presents a dynamic landscape ripe with potential. By understanding the regulatory environment, leveraging effective marketing strategies, and catering to the preferences of the local audience, operators can successfully navigate and thrive in this emerging market. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel to follow for more podcasts like that. Don't forget to check our podcasts about Senegal, Kenya, and Ivory Coast, which are already published on our channel. Subscribe, give us a like, leave us a comment in the comments below if we miss any topic. We, and together with Joseph, will be happy to answer it. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.